Greetings, everyone. My name is Irina Manakovska, and this Make Your Innovation Works podcast. And today is my special guest, Sergey Kudryashov, and we are going to talk a lot about product management and how it's related to business strategy, why it should be part of business strategy, and what's its product mindset. Because product mindset is related not only to when you build some kind of product, it's also about building a service or delivering service or just create, I don't know, some healthy and agile development culture inside your organization. So, Sergey, can you please introduce yourself? What are you doing? How long are you doing this? And why are you here today?
Thanks for inviting me at first. My name is Sergey, and I work in product management. I don't know for how many years, more than 15, definitely. And for the last several years, I'm working like startup founder, and now the last year and a half, I'm working like product management consultant and partner at ZAS Venture. So I switch sides, let's say this way. So now helping a lot of startups grow faster. Let's say this way. And just today I was at Startup Wise Guys Mentor Day and helped them too. Just hot from the helping startups.
Okay, super. Can you please give some kind of like your view? So you combine both sides, like venture investment side, accelerator side, and you developed and delivered a couple of startups as well. So what is actually product mindset? How is different to business mindset, or it's the same, or it's some kind of like, I don't know, additional feature embedded in your brain, or what is how is it?
Product mindset is not like against business mindset. It's more like product mindset against service mindset. Let's say this way. And basically, product management and all of this stuff consists of three things: design, development, and business. And all the managers should be aware of all the three things: how to build a product, how user can use this product, and where money are. And product mindset changed over time. Now we define product mindset especially in startups, like process of creating a culture of experimentation more than like before culture of building, I don't know, roadmap or building agile framework or feature factory. So today product mindset is like culture of experimentation and not being afraid of failing with experiments.
I like the idea of this error mindset. I would say it this way. So when you start to learn from your failures, but you don't treat them as failures. So you treat them, okay, I had an experiment, and this is result A, and if I get result A, I need to do the following steps.
Yeah.
So, and in terms of building startup, so there's also should be some kind of like parity. You need to deliver fast and fail fast, create a lot of hypotheses, test them, but you also should be consistent. You should provide some kind of vision to your customers so they could follow you, understand that it's not just some kind of like regular product on the market. So they're going to be the next big thing. How to balance between these two issues? So when you need to create a lot of features and you have a lot of ideas and you need to be consistent to push your thing but receive some kind of feedback from customers, so how to balance this?
Like in modern startup world is not balancing around this. It's like make YC motto, make what people want. So like we go to our customers, ask them where the pain points are and develop a product for that. Especially in the last years with no coded tools, it's like developing product in 2 days, 2 weeks, whatever. And yeah, the hard part is when you seed A or pre-series A startup and you've developed everything in Google Sheets, and now you're thinking about, should I move from Google Sheets to something what I can sustain and support and everything? Then like the problem comes. But before that, I'm like, it's hard to tell everyone that you need to do this, but basically you need to find the cheaper way of building your product, like cheap as possible. Sometimes it's Google Sheets I've mentioned, or whatever, what you can like do that customers will be happy with your solution, whatever you're developing for them. So there's no balance, unfortunately, for early stage startups. It's doing anything that customer like want to pay you for.
And if it's not like early stage startup, you're like, I don't know, Series A, Series B, or seed stage, whatever.
Yeah, when you go in like Series A, pre-Series A, it's more like when you found product market fit and you know what you're doing and what problem you're solving, you start developing the solution around not like fixing the problem, but how to maximize quality and quantity of people, of customers you can join. So then you start to develop squads, you develop like different product organizations inside your company. It could be squads like Spotify developed like 10 years ago almost, I think. These 2 videos of Spotify culture that like became instantly popular. Or you can go if you are more like enterprise B2B, like hard B2B, not light B2B. You go to like other solutions, because for example, we talked a lot like 5 years ago that the future is culture of experimentation, and feature factories should die. But now, for a lot of startups, feature factories is the only way to proceed. Like, for example, there is product-led growth, product-led sales, and product-led and sales-led sales, product, whatever. And for product-led startups, yeah, you should go with all this modern squads, growth squad, acquisition squad, whatever, and with like sales-led teams, you should stick to feature factories, because like we are developing features and clients are paying hundreds of thousands of dollars. Every client pays us for that.
Okay, sounds interesting. But in terms of this, I like the idea of finding the cheaper way to build your product. I think this kind of approach business needs now, and it's not only about the money, it's about the resources. So even if it's some kind of like old school business, today is very important to find the way how to decrease the operational cost and basically make it like cheaper. I mean, more resource efficient. So, but are there any kind of like types of or ways how to evolve this kind of product mindset? For example, I don't have any kind of startup idea right now, but I'm thinking, okay, I would like to build some kind of unicorn, but how to start to train yourself with this like product mindset? So what is the crucial part of it? How to train it?
From like the simplest part is to start doing this. Like when you are not thinking about idea for a long time. For example, every company, if you have if you're developing product inside your company, you have a huge backlog of ideas. You think like sometime in the future, but never tried, because like this like sometime somewhere in Jira backlog, like top down. But go to these ideas and think like for 20, 40, whatever minutes about how to test this idea fast and cheap, like in 1 week, what you need to do. Often this will come as like, we need to build a website on Webflow or Framer and launch on Product Hunt, for example. That's the simplest one. Or we need to, if we have this idea and we have potential clients, we go to talk with these clients and show them whatever, the website, for example, again. Or sometimes I could show like Notion doc. So UX tests. So if you have idea, it depends on what idea you have, and you can like get several types of things you can like tool set. Basically, it's often consists of like Notion or Google Doc or Google Sheets, some website builder, and where you will deliver this. Either this will be quantitative, like we go to respondent.io or userinterviews.com to verify this idea with specialists in this field, and these tools are great for that. Or you go to launch Facebook ads, Instagram ads, whatever, the cheap, like for $10 or $15, something like that. Or launch on Product Hunt or any other platform like Product Hunt. It's like for your idea more like specific, because Product Hunt is very good for productivity tools, B2B tools, like for small startup founders, but you can't test any enterprise or B2C tools on Product Hunt, unfortunately.
Okay, two tricky questions here.
Yeah.
First, when we were all living in this SAS era, I mean, a couple of years ago, it was very popular way of testing a product. So you build some, I don't know, Webflow, whatever, website builder website, and you just buy some kind of traffic, like Google ads, Facebook ads, whatever. But on my opinion, it leads to disappointment of users, because you're attracted by some kind of like problem solver. You access the website and there is nothing. I mean, no solution, just some kind of extremely waiting list. Oh, sign up for our application. So, does it really affect reputation and credibility of the startup, or there is some way how to do it sustainably for customers?
I think in the last like 10 years, the importance of brand like went down. That's brand is not important. Important is a solution to your problems. So again, that's a lot of people from startup world are saying, like Gary Tan, president of iCombinator, and others. If you thought that you can sell to one like company one time, and if you failed, then you failed. It's not working this way. It's working like you are selling to this company, they say no, you iterating your product and selling again until they buying it. So and like this failure or culture of experimentation approach like improves your not credibility, but it helps you as a startup founder understand that, yeah, 200, 400 years ago, you have only one chance to fail and you will die, basically. Nowadays, you can fail, and build something on top of your consistent failure. That's why it's like important to not be afraid of failure, as we mentioned. And second, I'm always like suggesting to my startups that when you're testing hypotheses or running experiments, you're trying to prove them wrong, not like they're right. So this way, you will not be attached to this idea more than you should be, because like 9 of 10 ideas often
Yeah,
fails, and you need to just methodically run through them, like build a system to run through them. And so if you're trying not to prove them but to like
disprove.
you need to disprove, or I have like 20 ideas and I want to get to the right one faster than it could be. And then you like, okay, this one fails, this one fail. Okay. Then, oh yeah, this one works.
So speed matters the most.
For startups, definitely. Because startups often have no money, and like the often money that we are starting with either are you're working full time and then you like have some time on weekends to work, or you just was like laid off, or you went from the company and you have like 4-5 months of runway and you need like to start making money in 5 months to cover your rental and everything.
Okay.
That's how startups works, unfortunately.
It's hard to say fortunately or unfortunately. And the second tricky question is, it's my observation and not from a startup world, but I see that sometimes founders, if they have resources, so they have some money from like family, friends and fools, or just their own investments, they try to build a perfect product and they try to release a perfect product, and they invest a lot in this early stage they don't try to build some kind of easy to use website on low code tools. They build the best website or marketplace, invest a lot, and all of this. So what would be your arguments for this kind of founders who have investments, who have resources their own, why they should act fast?
Often people who are doing this way, they heard about other way and like from people like me, but they are not listening. So there is parenting to this. You will allow them to fail. Cover all this, like if you are like mentoring them and they're not listening to you, either
But
you're not
expensive.
working with them. It's expensive, but if they're not listening to you, like the hardest part of mentoring startups when people are not listening to you. Like if everyone will listen to, like they choose a like mentor advisor and listen to them, like they will beat Preply eventually. Like Preply became this thing because they were listening to the advisors. But if people are not listening, you can't like change their mindset because you have some knowledge or experience. They're not listening. So give them space and time to fail. Maybe you will, like, if you are like some attached to them or you are like in a team for some reasons with them, you will allow them to fail softer. Cover the like pillows.
I think
But yeah.
post-mortem technique may be beneficial here as well. I mean, when when you create, make a brainstorm how you will fail, and you will build some kind of like retrospection based on it to understand which kind of your decision potentially can lead to failure, and this eventually prevents you from a big failure, very expensive one, and allows you to make like cheaper failure. I mean, which don't demand a lot of resources. Um, and in terms of one question I would like to ask here. So there are startups and there are different kind of like corporations, big enterprises who which try to build their own startups. And but they doing it differently. I mean, they try to uh, host them in some fancy co-working to give them more freedom, or I don't know, they allow them flexible hours or whatever. But basically it's totally different approach. So if we're talking about enterprises, what would be your advice or solution how to build this product development think in terms of inside of corporation culture?
Yeah, that's like there are a lot of things that we know how they should be done, but often it's not done the same way. So, and you can't like change from there to there like in the night or over the weekend. You need to build a roadmap how to get there. So you need to develop some culture roadmap how to change this culture. It often depends on founders and like executive team how they understand and want to change things, because it's like, yeah, we want to get more money, huge, but they not always understand. So you as a mentor often working with founders mindset again, how to change from there to there. Sometimes you're like using lucky scenarios, like you team done something, like, okay, and we can learn from there to there and there, or like using all the opportunities to give them like learnings and best examples how to do this. So you're building roadmap how to change this, and sometimes you not go in all the roadmaps because you sometimes have the shortcuts of great or failure launches and okay, we can skip to the next stage, or this is the two stages. But basically you're moving to the another. You may never achieve this in this like state, but somewhere near, because like culture of experimentation is more it could be done differently. It's every company have their own definition of hypothesis and ideas and experiments, because like ideas is one thing, the hypothesis is another thing, and experiment is the third way. Because sometimes like a lot of, for example, the culture of booking.com, everyone knows that booking.com doesn't run any like user research. They always do A/B testing, and everything they will try, it's like, again, joke, I think they have user research now, but like as example, companies like Booking doing everything through A/B testing, like everything. Other companies are doing through talking with customers and not doing A/B testing enough. And the right way is like combined qualitative and quantitative research to like enhance product.
And here we're moving to the next question. So let's take as an example, I don't know, Booking.com or Airbnb or whatever. So if the product is on the market for years and it's proven leader, which part of their resources, like time and money, it's recommended to invest in different kind of experiments? Because we all know that when you reach the top, it just means that you reached some kind of plateau for a couple of years. But after that, you can do either growth or you can go backwards. So it depends on your strategy. So what amount or percentage of resources should be invested in experiments to make product, to develop the product continuously?
There is no like right answer to this. Again, like 40% goes to experiment or 20% goes to experiment. The safest way, I would say, is 20. Like at least 20% of your R&D spending go to experiment, and all other 8 is not less than 20. Let's say this way. Especially like if product is already have a lot of customers and they're happy with it. It's often like Dropbox, for example. It's a great product. It's already a great product. I don't want Dropbox to improve. That's the problem with modern products. And this, again, founders of Basecamp, software can be finished like the new idea, great idea. So like Dropbox is a finished software. You don't need to improve that. But companies are not working that way. They want to grow. So yeah, that's huge and important part, how to keep people happy with what they have, but still grow in your business. And you need to understand, like, okay, in like Dropbox, they did actually a great thing. They acquired how it's called, sign. I don't remember the great, like, I was using this software, and now they're a part of Dropbox. Okay, that's HelloSign they acquired. And I'm like, okay, now as a Dropbox customer, I have this HelloSign availability, but do I need it? Not often. Like most of the times, default preview app on the Mac covers my signs for most of the documents of just now. But yeah, it's here. So Dropbox kind of improving, but please don't touch your Mac app. Please don't screw it up. So for companies, it's like this way. You need to understand where people are happy and don't move from there. Like keep them happy and just understand what they want more in what cases, and add services. Actually, that's very interesting topic. I will ask question myself and answer it myself. When I'm talking to startups, every startups wants to, okay, now we are building this product for market A. After we build product for market A, we go with this same product for market B, market C, and market D. But what often happens that company comes with product A to market A, and then develops for this market A product B and product C, and like increases from there, because it's more like because startups is all about talking with your customers, and like they could be enterprise or consumers. You're understanding them, what their pains are, and for you it's cheaper to build a product for people you already know than to go and learn new people, new market. So we as like startup culture entrepreneurs, whatever, it's harder to understand your market than to build product for this market. So we will go with product A, B, and C for the market A, then to build this, to extend the product A to different markets, because basically for different markets you need different product. And if you're building different product, why not for the same people?
Yeah, sounds lovely. And On your opinion, what's the biggest challenge for organizations when they try to embed this culture of change, of mistake, of whatever? Because basically, people they don't like to fail.
Yeah.
They like predictable stuff. They like to be winners. And here we like as a I don't know startup mentors or innovators come and say, okay, you need to fail at least 20% of your time. I mean, run experiments and like most of them will be failures, but 10% of those experiments would be like unicorns and they can boost your productivity, your possibility or possibilities of your organization. So, what is the biggest bottleneck on this way? How actually to inspire people to start to try to fail?
Right. Show them. The simplest way is to drag them
Oh,
into these experiments. For example, run a design sprint. Like the cheapest way for 5 days, run a design sprint for some idea and get from there. Like design sprint is the great, like shortest way to get from idea stage to some tests to validate this idea. Uh, the shortest time in 5 is 5 days if you like prepared enough. It's not like you just start from idea in 5 days you will validate it. Now you need to prepare too. But with that, like you're starting to build trust that failure is okay, and you need to fail, like you said, like fail 20%, you need to fail 80% of your time. And that's like harder thing for me too. Like when you're failing, when it's finished, I need to find this like success stage. Sometimes it could take years, unfortunately, and so it's hard in this case. But you keep like doing this, and eventually you'll find your customers, your product, and your offer.
yeah, it's some kind of like a persistency and consistency in what you're
Yeah,
doing, I think.
you need to build a system basically that you will stack to the system, understand, okay, the system works, you will verify it with your friends, advisors, other people. This will work, but you need to get to this idea that will convert cheaper and faster than any other.
The system of failure. I like how it sounds.
Yeah, it's a new death metal group, system of a failure.
Okay. Okay. Sounds lovely. And we're almost running out of our time. And like couple of recommendations for those who want to know more about product management, which kind of I don't know course, book, or expert you would recommend to follow to read to start embedding this product mindset.
To start embedding this product mindset is like go to everything like what all the startup accelerators do. Like Y Combinator have their free startup school, and like I think every people on earth like should go to this through this, because it's not about building a startup, it's a building like understanding how to approach startups, understand them, and it's free. And often like these libraries are free, and we actually with our like in our fund we developed this startup toolkit where we like created library of such resources, and it's like now it's more than enough. It's like because we are trying to add new resources, like you can spend weeks reading everything in this library. But the simplest way is to start from Y Combinator, from Sam Altman have on his website how to start a startup. It's like 2015-16 recordings, but still relevant to understand how it's working. Because like in these years when lean startup develops in 2011, it eventually came from startups to small companies. It's like, and now these companies that were born like as a lean startup, they became enterprises, and then now enterprises are approaching the strategy into their own way. It's the service design and everything. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I use Lean Canvas and Business Model Canvas and like business
yeah.
mentorship as well, just because it's common sense. It's not about startup. It's just you like have checklist what you should to consider if you would like to build some kind of like sustainable business and business which allows you to grow and etc.
Yeah. But that's the interesting point, that every canvas was built not to help you, but to attract more clients to author of this canvas. So you don't need to forget about that.
Fair enough. Fair enough. It's the true, surreal truth about consultancy business. Okay.
Yeah. So, yeah.
I would
Oh,
like to finish with on this step. I think it sounds very promising. So, thank you, Sergey, for joining me today, and thanks everyone who was watching us live and is going to watch us later. So, feel free to reach out, Sergey or me, if you have any kind of like questions or comments regarding the product mindset. And I wish every one of you to make your innovations works and have a lovely day.
thank you. Bye bye.